Hi guys, in 2025, the United States made a big move. It's deporting around 350,000 Venezuelans living in the country under a special immigration protection called Temporary Protected Status, which is TPS. This decision has sparked controversy, legal fights, and global attention. Let's break down what's happening, why it matters, and what could happen next. So, Venezuela has been going through a crisis for years. Under President Nicolas, the country saw massive inflation, food shortage, political crackdown, and millions are flying out of the country to survive. In 2021, the US government under President Joe Biden gave Venezuelans temporary protected status or TPS. This allowed them to live and work legally in the US without being deported. TPS doesn't give them citizenship, but it keeps them safe while their home country is unstable. When Donald Trump returned to the presidency in January 2025, he brought back strict immigration policies. One of his first actions was to ending TPS for Venezuelans. Trump's administration claimed that things in Venezuela are getting better and that the TPS program was being misused. They argued that removing it would improve border control and restore order to the immigration system. After the decision, many legal groups and activists challenged the decision in court, saying it was unfair and rushed. A lower court blocked the deportation, but the case went on to the US Supreme Court. In May 2025, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Trump administration, allowing the deportation to go forward. It said the president has the power to decide who gets TPS and for how long. In a surprising twist, Trump's team also used a very old law called Aliens Enemies Act, passed in 1798, to fast track some deportations. It was originally meant for wartime enemies like during World War II. Using it now, the administration targeted some Venezuelans who they believe had gang ties, especially to a group called Trende Argoa. Some of these people weren't even criminals. Reports say people were deported just because of tattoos or rumors, not real evidence. Around 200 Venezuelans were deported not to Venezuela but to El Salvador, where they were locked up in CECOT prison, a massive and controversial facility known for holding gang members under extreme conditions. Critics say these people didn't get fair trials and some may not even be guilty. Human rights group called it a violation of basic rights and inhumane. This move affects more than just individuals. Many Venezuelans with TPS have been in the US for years. Some have kids born in the US, jobs, and homes. Now they are being told to leave. Communities, especially in places like Miami, Houston, and New York, are feeling the impact. Local leaders, churches, and even some Republican politicians asked the federal government to stop the deportations. Governors in some states offered legal help and even promised to protect Venezuelans residents from being removed. Other countries in Latin America like Colombia and Panama said the US should do more to help Venezuelan refugees, not deport them. The United Nations said the crisis in Venezuela is still serious and sending people back to jail in another country could make things worse. Some world leaders supported Trump's decisions, saying it helped fight crime and control borders, but may others say it breaks international human rights rules. This story is far from over. Protests are happening across the US. Lawsuits are being filed by deported individuals and legal aid groups. Congress is debating whether to pass new laws to protect people on TPS. The decision could be also affect other groups like people from Haiti, Sudan, or Afghanistan who are currently under TPS protection. So the final thought is the US deportation of 350,000 Venezuelans is one of the biggest immigration stories of the year. It shows a deep divide in American politics. One side says we must enforce immigration law and stop abuse of the system. The other side says we must protect people feeling danger and uphold human rights. With an election around the corner, these issues will be hot topic in political debates and new headlines. For now, thousands of lives are hanging in the balance waiting for the answer.